In reality, we start from the beginning and we develop a marketing plan unless there's already one in place. And a part of that marketing plan, we're looking at evaluating exactly what is required in order to meet the needs of the specific target market that we're going for. Once we have a clear understanding of the emotional and intellectual needs that that professional has, then we start to write the content and the material, and that develops from those conversations with the CEO of your firm, that actually, or the VP of marketing sometimes, that actually produces the type of content that we put out there. So marketing wise, most people today have a very little amount of time in which to read something, in which to be on social media. It's not like it was 5 years ago. When 5 years ago, everybody and their brother was out online doing all sorts of stuff, making all kinds of connections. It's not the same. Pay to play has changed the entire environment. So we're really looking at what's the most effective use of time. The short 60-second, 2-minute type of infomercial, if you will, that provides education, entertainment, and a little bit of fun in the mix is really where we're after. Textual things in specific channels like LinkedIn and some things in Facebook, but not tons, because most executives I have not found in terms of the technology realm are not in the Facebook realm. So that might be something that you have different data on, but in terms of what I have learned over the course of time, that a lot of them are not online. They're too busy running their organizations to be involved too much in social media, and they often have some social media person pretending to be them out there. So we're really looking at the email drip campaigns that, like many people, like to get but don't always click through. And so the goal is to develop some informational inputs that make that person want to click every time, or at least most every time. And that's the reality. I get tons of emails, tons of marketing, but there's certain people that I click through every single time that I get it, even if it's one of those ridiculous videos that doesn't have the script available. And that's what pisses me off more than anything, is that today people, and I hate to say it as honest as that, but I'm an authentic and honest individual. So in reality, when we have people who produce videos, but they don't script it, it's on the fly, it sounds like it has no point to it, there's no structure to it, and there's a formula. Now the formula is shifting a little bit. We have to get closer and closer to authentic video, but any type of podcast, any type of video script that's being produced has to have a script available, because people have so little time, and people can read the written word so much faster than take the time to fast forward through a video. The other opportunity you have there is that people will listen to things even though it may be a fancy schmancy video, and that's something I've learned the hard way. I used to do all kinds of stuff with flash and music and all sorts of stuff in the background, and it had a documentarian doing all sorts of things for me, but the reality is that that just produces a lot more cost. And most people today are listening to things over their phone while they're working, as opposed to sitting there and watching every single fly in, fly out mode of a photograph or things like that. So those are the things that are really kind of important in the realm of, where we're trying to go with your company's resources and just making it work. Now, I'm really curious to know where your podcasts are posted, because I'd like to hear, what your executives are talking about, because that can really help to produce some really intriguing follow-up type of casting that you might do on your own channels to bring the clients to you. Another thing that is a must-have in every business orientation today is some open houses, some events, some networking structures that will allow you to bring people in droves, so that you are selling one to the many instead of one-on-one. And that is something that people are kind of missing out on right now. The other aspect of campaigns that people are totally losing out on are client retention programs, and that is something that I have a gal who is a great resource for me in that realm, but it really makes all the difference in the world in terms of whether or not you're getting raving fans or just mediocre folks who buy it one time and never come back to you and never refer you.